It's hard to build an interesting platformer, but one way to add character is by creating NPCs. You can use NPCs to maintain a storyline, keep you company, or even as a part of the gameplay itself. But making NPCs can be very time consuming if you don't want your character to end up like this. No disrespect to the Towerverse, but it's literally just a wrapped up asset with eyes. So today I'll share the process of how I make NPCs for my platformer level Decay. First, I always draw a sketch beforehand so I can visualize what the character is going to look like without the limitations of the editor. This is the sketch, and yes, I did use a reference because I'm not good at drawing people. Then we start building. To the side I always keep another NPC so we know the size range we should be aiming for. If you're building in a pixel style like me, I recommend using these objects the most. You can pretty much make anything you want out of them. Once I've got the general shape of the character down, I start polishing, fixing proportions and cleaning up unnecessary lines by overlaying this plain color pixel object. This can take a while as it's hard to build things in perspective while staying true to the original sketch. Okay, so it looks like we're done, but we're actually not because I want to make the woman stand up and face the player when they interact in a certain way. Here's a time lapse of building the character in an upright position. This time around there's no reference because it was enough to have the previous frame and the other NPC as a model. After about half an hour, we're done with the standing up frame. But it would look pretty weird if the character stood up instantaneously, so we need to make some in-between frames. These breakdown frames aren't going to be visible for more than 5 nanoseconds, so there's no need to put much effort into them. Take a part of the first frame and a part of the second and boom, you've got an in-between frame. Do it again and you've got another. Now all that is left is to line them up, add some idle movements with a spawn loop, and of course make a hitbox so that the game knows when you're in front of the character. Here's the final result. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more. And stay tuned for the upcoming trailer of Decay.